Oscar Pereira here is a wonder kid nobody is talking about. He'll cost you less than £1 million at the start of the game, has the potential to be 170 out of 200 potential ability, which means basically he could be one of the best players in the game in your save. Not only that, he's one of 6 players who I found who nobody is talking about, and I'm going to share them and their 10-year journey with you in this video. Pereira here, at 16 years old, has already got crossing, dribbling, finishing and first touch, 12s and 13, and is described as a balanced personality young winger. In 10 years time, Oscar Pereira could be looking a little something like this. With acceleration, agility and pace all 15, crossing and dribbling both 15, composure 15, technique 16, as well as a smattering of 14s including passing, decision, determination and flair. And this all with a few suboptimal years of development, you've got to say, where in 2023-24 he doesn't really get enough games before moving to Milan in 2025, where he starts playing 27 games, then down to 17 and then back up to 20. Meaning you could probably get this guy a lot better than this if you got him regular football in your save. Thiago Freitas is just 15 at the start of the game and will cost you less than £1 million. He's also got the potential to be one of the best players in the game with 170 out of 200 potential ability. He's a central / attacking midfielder here in 2022, playing for Benfica under 19s, and is described as a balanced, personality promising midfielder. Freitas in 10 years time looks really, really good. The 25-year-old here, Portuguese centre midfielder, has developed mentally, vision now 16, off the ball 16, flair 16, he's got passing 15, first touch 14 as well, and don't forget he's only 25. He's playing for Montpellier in France and he's valued at £26 million. Again, there's been a few development gaps in his career history. You could get him in your save and give him more games. He would definitely, if he has the same potential as this, be better. Even better than this, and this is good. João Rigo is our next candidate, under £1 million at the start of the game, potential ability 170, hugely versatile if you look at his position graph over here, and is described as a fairly determined personality young winger. Rigo in 10 years time looks a little something like this in this particular save. A 26-year-old flair player, 6 foot tall with 16 agility, 16 flair, great first touch and just hugely versatile. Again, some more development opportunities here. We can see he only played 4 games for Benfica in 2028, no games in 2027, no games in 2026 and no games in 2025. Get these players in and give them games. Look at the potential on this guy, still only 25. Next is Andre Oliveira. This 16-year-old guy is playing for Porto, so a lot of Portuguese players on the list today. A lot of growing to do in his attributes here, but again a potential ability of 170 potentially in your save. Described by the media as a promising midfielder, he has a balanced personality. Oliveira in 10 years time looks pretty sick in this save. He's 26 and playing for Trabzonspor, passing 16, long shots 15, first touch 15. He's got agility 16, decisions and composure both 15 as well. And this with like a really, really bad development path. In 2028-29 he only played 4 games. In the whole period between 26 and 28 he played about 20 games. And from 2024 to 2026 he doesn't even hit 20 games. So get this guy in, play him, give him more games. He will become a lot better than a £4.6 million Trabzonspor centre mid. Rafael Luis is more of a defensive midfielder. This 17-year-old Portuguese player again, playing for Benfica under 23s again. This time a model citizen personality in this particular save anyway. Really great attributes here, determination 16, natural fitness 16 as well. He's looking like a promising one. In 10 years time in this save, Luis is playing for Man City. 61 caps for Portugal, 9 goals. Look how good his attributes are. 17 first touch, 16 passing, 19 anticipation, 18 balance, 16 decisions, 16 determination, 17 vision. He's valued at £200 million. You can get him for like under £1 million at the start of the game. This is how you develop a player. 24 games in 2031, 31 games in 2030, 34 games in 2029, 31 games in for good teams as well. Borussia Dortmund, Man City, Benfica, Portsmouth. This is what success looks like. Rafael Luis. remember the name. Tommy Montefiore is next. I want to call him Tommy Fury. A central attacking midfielder, 19 years old, Argentinian, again under £1 million asking price at the start of the game. Again, potential ability up to 170. This time described as a fairly determined personality, young attacking midfielder.
10 years later.
Available on a free transfer, but you can see here, if I pop into the editor, potential ability 170. He's got nowhere near. You want to know why? Game time. He has played about 20 games in 10 years. Just 20. And not even for good teams. I don't even know who these teams are. 1 game in 2023, 2 games in 24, 17 games, okay, in 2025, which is okay, 11 games in 2026, which is bare minimum, then 4 games in 2027, 1 game in 2028, and 1 game in 2030. Who's developing players like this? He's a loser. And here we can see him on our short list of 170 potential ability players. He comes in as a D signing, whereas at the start of the game, he looked like one of the best potentials, right? It just goes to show how important game time is. Here's your list, guys. A few honourable mentions who didn't make it on. J. Marshall Rutty, available for free at the start of the game. Could become really, really good. Then Martin Ferreira. Martin with an M, that is, if you're typing it in. Martin with an M. Looks really, really good. 156 potential ability. All available under £1 million. And then we got Nuno Felix, Noel Lopez, etc. Thank you for watching. Do hit subscribe. If you want to download this shortlist and all the shortlists that we make, please hit the join button or the Patreon link. Peace. See you soon.